Hollywood just got a brutal reality check straight from America. And Megyn Kelly, she's leading the charge. From Beyoncé to Julia Roberts, JLo to George Clooney, nobody's untouchable anymore. In this video, we break down the savage media takedown, the celebrity meltdowns, and the growing war between Hollywood elites and everyday Americans. What's fueling this backlash? And why are so many celebrities crashing and burning in the public eye? Let's get into it.
One of the big losers, the celeb crowd. We touched on this yesterday. Beyoncé, loser. Oprah, huge loser. JLo, you matter. Loser. No one cares what you think.
Megyn Kelly didn't hold back. She torched the hypocrisy for everyone to see. Beyoncé preaches empowerment, but now, radio silence. Oprah backed the wrong candidate again, and suddenly vanished. JLo. Megyn summed it up perfectly. Nobody cares about your political sermons. Unless it's about skincare or who you're dating. Why the silence? Because people are done listening to millionaire celebrities lecture the working class on how to live, vote, and think. These are the same elites who mocked Trump supporters, labeled millions of Americans as backward. And now, voters flipped the script. Hollywood forgot who their audience really isn't. This is the brutal backlash.
If you want to talk to me about what it is you're doing to your skin, I'm all in. Go on. You got my full attention. If you want to tell me who to vote for or what's happening with the economy or immigration, please sit down. No one cares. We would like to know what happened between you and Ben Affleck, what happened between you and P. Diddy, exactly what you're doing to your butt, and how you keep your skin so glowy.
And then, there's Taylor Swift. Megyn Kelly made it crystal clear, sure, young girls adore you for the breakup songs. But when it comes to politics, nobody's listening. Remember her big political endorsements back in 2020? Didn't move the needle, taught her anti-Trump posts. Social media loved them. But out in the real world, voters didn't care. This is the harsh truth. Fandom doesn't equal political power. People might scream your lyrics, fill your concerts, buy your merch, but when you tell them how to vote, total silence. They tune you out. It's the ultimate reality check for Hollywood. Star power doesn't translate into political influence.
We'll end the list of things we care about JLo's opinion on. Taylor Swift, sorry, you effed around and found out. You do not have unlimited influence. The young girls love you because you sing songs about men who break up with you, and they can all relate to that. No one gives two shits about your political opinion, so you should take it and stuff it. That could be your next song. Stuff it. That's what the American electorate told me.
Next up, Julia Roberts. Megyn Kelly didn't pull any punches, questioning why someone with such a controversial relationship past is lecturing anyone on marriage values, and George Clooney. Another case of Hollywood hypocrisy. While hosting private high-dollar fundraisers for Joe Biden, they knew full well behind the scenes the campaign was struggling, but when the election results came in, they acted shocked, surprised that America didn't buy their message. The truth is clear. It's performative, it's disconnected, and the public knows it. For years, these celebrities stayed silent as political chaos unfolded, only stepping in when it suited them. Now, the backlash is here, and for Hollywood, it might be too little, too late.
Remind us of you and your political opinions. Julia Roberts, who outed herself not only as a leftist, which we knew, but as somebody who, and by the way, she's also a husband stealer. She stole the husband that she has right now in a reported affair. So, okay, maybe don't be the voice of the ad in which we talk about women betraying their husbands by injecting deceit into the marital relationship, because in the leftist view, marriages are not about honesty and talking about one's differences and agreeing to disagree on certain dicey issues. You got Joe Biden out. How'd it work out for you? How'd that go? Maybe you should have said something a little earlier, like when you attended that fundraiser and you and your buddies at Pod Save America saw he was totally incompetent and non-compos mentis, and you all STFU to try to save his political fortunes. Meanwhile, it was tick-tock, tick-tock. The clock was ticking. You blew it, and only when it was too obvious to deny.
Then came the Lincoln Project. Many will remember Rick Wilson's bold declarations, "Trump is finished." But fast forward, and those speeches have not aged well. This is what happens when high-paid political consultants buy into their own hype. they lose touch with the electorate and face total political failure. The same people who labeled everyday Americans as dumb, racist, and backward were delivered a clear response at the ballot box. It's a textbook example of political arrogance, and voters delivering the consequences.
Did you say anything? So you too are a big loser, sir. Hope your billions are keeping you happy today, bringing you comfort. That brings me to the Lincoln Project. I mean, I might have to move them above Liz Cheney. I think I would, but they had no standing to lose. So I don't know, when you start off a bottom feeder and then you remain a bottom feeder, I don't know, can you go from like catfish to crab?
He's sick. He's meandering. He's probably dying at this point. His party is splitting apart. Yes, you MAGAs, I know MAGAs, I know. You guys are so intense. You believe everything that he says, every word that comes out of his mouth. I get it that you believe that. But guess what? He's been lying to you all along about a lot of things, and you're about to realize it tomorrow. And your whole enabling class of the sort of MAGA influencer class. Donald, if you try to steal this election tomorrow, and we know you're gonna try, I promise you one thing. You will die in prison alone. Your family will be broken. Every property you've ever owned will be taken from you. Of dying in prison is going to go way, way up if you do what you think you're gonna get away with.
Consider this. For years, mainstream media branded half the country as ignorant, racist. Now, they seem shocked that audiences have stopped listening. Don Lemon was a prime example following the election. He didn't reflect. He blamed. He pointed fingers at voters, at the country, and even at women for not voting his way. But the reaction was swift. Viewers didn't just disagree, they left. CNN's ratings have been in freefall, and it's no coincidence. This wasn't about technical glitches or changing formats, this was a complete collapse of media influence in real time. Americans saw through the blame game, and the numbers tell the story. Don Lemon lost his audience, and CNN lost the public's trust.
These Republicans with their maps. Okay. The hateful person. George Conway in The Atlantic. America did this to itself. This is his post-election rage. The man elected president last night is a depraved and brazen pathological liar. A shameless con man, a sociopathic criminal. A man who has no moral or social conscience, empathy, or remorse. He has no respect for the Constitution and the laws he will swear to uphold. And on top of all that, he exhibits emotional and cognitive deficiencies that seem...
And finally, Keith Olbermann announced his so-called semi-retirement. The reason? He admitted to burnout. After years of non-stop attacks on Donald Trump, his solution? Scaling back from 5 political podcasts a week to just 2. In the end, it's Trump who appears energized while Olbermann steps away. Citing exhaustion, the takeaway from all of this is clear. Hollywood lost, legacy media lost, and political elites lost. The American public sent a decisive message: they've had enough of political lectures from celebrity circles. At the end of the day, these personalities are entertainers, not opinion enforcers. And voters made that clear. Now, we want to hear from you. Are you also tired of political messaging from Hollywood and mainstream media? Join the conversation below. And as always, thank you for watching.
It's so fun to watch. I haven't even gotten the New York Times article. This is too fun. I need to stay with this for another minute. Okay, while we're on the hysterical reaction, what kind of a discussion would be complete if we didn't go to our old friend Keith Olbermann and see how he's handling the news? Let's check in. Okay. So he throws out at the end he might have retired, but really he's not retiring, but he has to go from 5 days a week to 2 days a week because of Donald Trump. So there you have it. We are already making America great again. Little less of Keith Olbermann because of Donald Trump.